everyone, so I'm quite stupidly excited for this ASMR video. This is another magazine flipping, and it is another Empire magazine flipping, but this is one with a difference. Needless to say, Sleepy Hollow has not just been released. This is from January 2000. Implying the magazine itself would have been released in December 1999, which I know wasn't that long ago, but because cinema moves so fast, it really was. And I bought this on eBay. At the time of release, this was £2.80. I think I paid about £3 or £4 for it on eBay. And I've had a quick flick through it, and it's quite entertaining, especially the adverts. So I thought we'd go through it. As usual, I won't stop on every page, but I will stop on interesting things. And first up, we have an advert for a Mac. Introducing iBook, up to 6 hours of battery life, Pentium beating G3 processor, out of the box and onto the internet in 10 minutes, no desk required. Could you imagine what that would be like? Then we have an advert for a TV. Top of the range stuff. There are a lot of films in this that I don't recognise. Obviously films that were out in the 90s and 2000s that were never massive blockbusters, so you don't really hear about them now. But it's also given me a few ideas as well for things that I'd like to see. Films that I probably should have seen by now. So our first film is The World Is Not Enough. I have no idea what that is, maybe I should. Pierce Brosnan, Robert Carlyle, Judi Dench, Robbie Coltrane, Denise Richards. Pretty good cast. James Bond. Probably should have known that. If you saw not my last Empire magazine, but one before that, you will know that I've never seen James Bond. And I'm so disgusted at myself. But my neighbour has actually lent me two of her James Bond DVDs, Daniel Craig ones, and I'm really looking forward to watching them. So maybe by the time this video is up, I will have had a little bit of a better education in James Bond. End of Days. Gabriel Byrne, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Robert Tunney. It looks quite good. It looks quite dark, and that for me is always a good sign. Alan Rickman. This one looks very good. So we have Dogma, Mystery Men, which sounds really good as well. I'll read the opening to you. Conjuring up fond recollections of a game often played on improv telly show Whose Line Is It Anyway?, in which the contestants pretend to be crap superheroes, funnily enough. This Dark Horse inspired comic book adaptation, complete with one of the year's best ensemble casts, gleefully lampoons the activities of Batman, Superman, and any other bloke who ever done tights to save the world. And you can kind of see that as well. I really can't see what I'm doing. But it does look really quite interesting. The Iron Giant, Anna and the King. Notice the layout of Empire hasn't changed that dramatically over the last 15 years. You can still recognise it. New film. Inspector Gadget. Advert for Jack Daniels. I'm not sure they're allowed to advertise that now, could be wrong. Muppets from Space. Another very interesting poster for the film 8½ Women. The adverts do get worse as we go on. I'm not sure if laws have just changed that much or if they just prefer to advertise less in your face things now. But we'll see. Woolworths. We have an advert for Woolworths. Limited edition box sets now available to buy from Woolworths. Good luck going onto the high street to do that now. Now showing. Films still on release this month. Let's see, we have American Pie, The Astronaut's Wife, Big Daddy, The Blair Witch Project, Broke Down Palace, The Clandestine Marriage, The Cup, Deep Blue Sea, East is East, EDTV, Eyes Wide Shut, Fanny and Elvis, Fight Club, Go, Jacob the Liar, John Carpenter's Vampires, The Limey, The Out of Towners, The Rage Carry 2, Random Hearts, Ratcatcher, Ride with the Devil, Runaway Bride, The Sixth Sense, Tarzan, Taxi, A Walk on the Moon. UK box office, Tarzan that month was worth 13.3 million. US box office, Double Jeopardy with $38.4 million. Fight Club was $31.9 million that month. And since release it was the same, it only been out 4 weeks. Would you like to buy a VHS? An old HMV advert? Then we have adverts for upcoming films. Like this one a lot. We have another VHS one. It's for The Simpsons. I guess the only bad thing about DVDs is that unless you've got like a massive series, you don't get pretty pictures on the sides because obviously they're just thin wee spines. That's the first one. That's The Simpsons Year 1. Large poster for Anna and the King. Imagine an entire system in your hands, combining the best of Bose audio technologies with revolutionary breakthroughs in system control, simplicity and versatility. The Lifestyle 50 system truly redefines the way you experience audio in the home. Home audio system. I never had anything like that as a kid. Amazon UK now has auctions and Z shops. I don't know what a Z shop is, but I'm pretty sure they don't do auctions now, do they? Buy one, get one free, top selling videos at W.H. Smith. Yeah. Robin Williams, Dr. Dolittle, you see that? Yes you can. The Full Monty, Braveheart, Sliding Doors, Titanic, The X-Files movie, special edition, Anastasia's. There's your VHS for The Matrix. And then we come to the most risky of the adverts, condom advert. See, I really don't think they're going to get away with that kind of adverts nowadays. Shaped for a better fit. Shaped how exactly, you know? They weren't exactly shaped like pears before. Then we have the 5th Annual Empire Awards. Quite like this one. It's in different pack shots and things. Got Barbara Windsor there, who looks exactly the same. She just does not age at all. Now with PlayStation game. See, we're not that far back in time because we do have DVDs. We have DVDs for Judge Dredd. I'm assuming that's called Pie or something. Swingers, Showgirls and Bound. And they are all widescreen. And we have some more DVDs. Some pretty well known names there. We have a gorgeous black and white poster of Susan Sarandon. Little interview article there, which I have read. It's very good. And then something similar with Natalie Portman. And Ben Affleck on the other side. We have you can see this, just different old magazine covers. I love old magazines. I mean, I did try and, sitting still for too long, I did try and get some teenage ones, smash hits and things from when I was a child to try and remember what they were like, but couldn't really find any at the time of looking. But if anybody knows any good, reasonably priced websites that do things like kind of early 2000s, Top of the Pop, smash hits, Go Girl, Girl Talk, that kind of thing, I'd love to see them. Then we have soundtracks. That Friends one is, well, actually I never had that one. That's Friends again. But the first Friends soundtrack is a pile of rubbish. It really is. I find the language in this is a lot, I don't know if it's just my experience, but I find the language in this is a bit more risky. It's not bad, they're not dropping the C-bomb or anything, but I just think it's a bit more forward. And I don't know if it could just be they've changed it, well, assuming they've changed editors, but it could just be something as simple as that. I love this caption, have we taken home cinema too far? Got another home cinema system down there. Just kind of think, well, if that's too far for home cinema, what are we at now? You know, death and destruction. My heart. Look at how beautiful. I don't put posters up because, you know, I'm 23 and it's not socially acceptable, but I do sometimes frame pictures. I'm quite tempted to get that framed. It's a very pretty man. Obviously we have a lot of interesting things in here about Sleepy Hollow. Being a Tim Burton fan, that's the specific reason why I picked this one. Because I do adore the film. I love this picture of Tim Burton. Like this just feels so long ago. This was before, well, before Helena and everything. And I just think they couldn't have picked a more bizarre image of him, but we have him in action there. So for me it's nice to see what was being said and what was out at the time when these films were made, because I can watch the films and do watch the films, but it's not the same as being back there. And of course I'd never heard of Tim Burton when I was 7 when this came out. I was almost 8. Then we have some more, a little bit more there. I think there are no words there are just no words. Nice little feature. Christmas messages from the stars. Missed a page. Wasn't worth it. See, I think this is hilarious. This is an advert for a DVD player. And it says, DVD is amazing. I even felt the heat on my face. It just shows how much times change. And I'm sure back then when DVDs were out, it is a massive improvement on VHS. Probably, I know people say Blu-ray is a big difference. Personally, I've never gone down the Blu-ray route. But it's just, you know, you get so used to technology that it becomes second nature and really quite dull after a while, you know? This is actually quite interesting. We have here another mobile phone, which, considering this is now what we would call a brick, is quite an interesting comparison. But this was actually my first ever phone, as far as I remember. That's what mine looked like, and it was Nokia, except mine was blue glitter. Not real glitter, but it was like blue plastic with like flecks of weird glittery stuff in it. So it's quite interesting. That's how my phone would have been advertised. Review of the year 1999. So we have the 100 movies you had to see in 1999. I'm not going to read them all out, but I'll pick some names out. American Pie, wonderful film. Big Daddy, Blair Witch Project, A Bug's Life, Drop Dead Gorgeous, Eyes Wide Shut, Fight Club, which we won't talk about, The Idiots, Little Voice, The Matrix, The Mummy, Notting Hill, Patch Adams. Honestly, I think Robin Williams in Patch Adams is heartbreaking. I think it's very true to his personality as we knew it, and it's a wonderful film. Psycho, Rushmore, Shakespeare in Love, which I didn't think was that old, The Sixth Sense, South Park, Bigger, Longer and Uncut, Tarzan, The Thomas Crown Affair, Wild Wild West, and You've Got Mail. Blockbuster. To search the internet you need the right tool. Lycos. That one completely bypassed me. Cute dog though. Blair Witch Project. I've never seen that and I'm wanting to see it, but I want to wait for the right moment because I think I will love it. Okay, so we have the 1999 box office. So let's see what we were grossing at. Okay, so at the top spot is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That was issued in August. And that grossed at £50,610,780. Immediately after we have, really? Okay, we have The Phantom, Long Hill, A Bug's Life, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Shakespeare in Love, The Mummy, The Matrix, and the Rugrats movie. The Rugrats movie grossed at £13,423,386. Down at the bottom, released in November, we have The Alarmist, which grossed at £216. Passion of the Desert at £717. And just peaking that 1,000 mark, Curse of the Cat People, £1,085. That's, you know, a bit of a leap. Then we have 3 videos for £12. 3 videos today would cost about £1.50. I've seen 1, 2, 3 of those. Jumanji, The Shawshank Redemption, and the original Annie. See Stella advert. Buy any DVD, get the second half price. Austin Powers, The Mask of Zorro, Something About Mary, Payback, Titanic, Good Will Hunting, Matrix. 5 videos for £20 from Virgin Megastores. I don't know when Virgin Megastores went out, but I think I haven't been in one for about 7 years. Maybe, not how old I've been, I think I've been 16. Maybe longer than that actually. It's so amusing, just another Woolworths advert, you can see that there. And another. I do miss Woolworths, I don't know how they went out of business. They were just so wonderful. I think it's because it was quite messy, like there wasn't really any sort of real structure to it when you went in. Like everything had its section, but I always found it a bit weird. I don't know. New DVDs. Soundtrack information. You can win a widescreen TV and Sopranos videos. Somebody should enter just for the sake of it. I'm not sure how Empire would feel if they got a letter through the door with an entry for a 15-year-old competition. Tomb Raider. Reader? I'm sure somebody reads Tombs. Tomb Raider. There's a Rizla advert as well. I think the adverts are a lot more risky in here as well, a lot more adult, I guess. I'm not sure if the demographic has changed dramatically or if they're just, I'm not sure what the laws are on this kind of thing. So that was, I'm definitely going to buy more of these, so if you do like the nostalgia videos, do let me know, as I would love to do more of them. I love nostalgia. Nostalgia is one of my favourite things in all the world. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Any other suggestions, do let me know, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.